McDonald's obviously love that, don't they?
Yes. So what they want to do is, with this, they'll be able to increase their revenue because when people they go to McDonald's to claim their free apple pie, they also buy probably some drinks and some other stuff. So based on some market research, if customers implement their signage in digitized form, their revenue or ROI will be able to increase from 300% to 500%.
All right. And this is the kind of metrics that, in general, clients in the FMCG, in the fast food market, are kind of giving you as indications?
Right.
Oh, that's pretty good. So it shows to me here that's an innovative way and really a great channel for merchants and for restaurants and different kind of businesses to really get involved with signage.
Yeah.
Let's look at the next one. What is this all about? This is Amway, right?
Right. So this is one of the good examples in APAC region. So probably you have seen it before. This is in Hong Kong.
Right.
Okay. So what they do is they make this big signage screen, pretty much like your iPhone or your iPad.
Right.
Okay. So you can use your finger just to select the product or the merchant that you prefer from this big signage machine.
Right. Right. Interesting. So in this case, I can see on the bottom left screen, the third one, that you are basically able to interact with the model, and this makeup artist is doing virtual makeup, as it were, and be able to apply different colors. So, and this could even be like when the shops are almost closing and they just want to interact with the brand.
Right.
In fact, if this wasn't on a street, they could be doing this 24/7, couldn't they?
Yeah, they can do that. And sorry, actually, this I find probably for APAC region, this might be a very good application.
Right, right.
Yeah, because for APAC people, they tend to be shy, right?
Right, right.
So people they don't want to go into the store and to check out the.
Of course.
So actually, they can use this device to find out more information about the product they would like to purchase.
That's right. And you know what? Yesterday, when we were looking at this together, looking at the video. We were actually able to play with this, and it's actually quite fun. It's very much interactive. Just by the way, for all the people on the line right now, just let me know if you can see the Innovative DS Amway Hong Kong. We are currently on page 4. We're actually running tests concurrently, just to make sure everybody can see it. But just in case you can't, you may want to check the internet connection. It's probably the where that could be a problem. So let's move on to the next one, shall we?
Yes.
Tell us more now about, again, more people watching video on digital signage than on internet sites?
Yes.
That's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Okay, so actually we found out from market research that actually nowadays people for average American people, they will be exposed to more than 600 advertisement messages every day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Give me some numbers here, and just help me out, because they are massive numbers we're talking about here. Let's go back to the numbers. How much more, and what sort of page, image impression or video impressions are we talking about here?
Okay, so actually, signage, as you know, signage is everywhere now, and an average American consumer is exposed to more than 1,000 advertising messages a day.
Wow.
In one form or another.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also studied from the market research report that for the total advertising expenditure in year 2006.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all numbers, but still pretty powerful. You were saying to me earlier, it's 450 billion. That's a huge number.
Yes.
But Jeff, what excites me here is the fact that consumers walking down the street, in a shopping mall, see something they like, can actually interact with the message.
Right.
Okay, I mean, that to me sounds amazing, because normally we're used to not being able to interact with, like a newspaper advertisement on the street or street banner or anything like that. But none of this is cutting edge. It's really the fact that a few merchants have actually implemented this solution is probably why they're reaping the rewards.
Right.
And this is, in my opinion, the way I see it, can only be set to grow.
Yes, Daniel, you are very right.
Okay, great. Okay, digital signage opportunity. Just give us some more numbers there.
Okay, so according to some market research report, up to year 2015, there will be around like 8 million signage devices implemented in the world. Okay, and currently we have like less than 2 million. So if you do the math, the compound annual growth rate will be more than 26%.
Wow, that's really awesome. 8 million, just throughout the region.
No, that's a worldwide number.
Worldwide number.
Yes.
Right. Oh, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, this is great. So this is rich media content. This is wired and wireless broadband connectivity. So you mean these signage can actually hook up to the internet? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, right.
So effectively, the merchant or a company like GC Deco could actually update fresh, dynamic content.
Yes,
is that what it is?
Yes. So actually, just for your information, that GC Deco, in year 2007, they have about 1,000 plus digital signage screens.
Wow.
Okay, but in this year, 2011, they have more than 3,000 digital signage screens already.
3,000.
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty good. It's a promising number. So the way I see this from a marketing perspective, which is what we do, it's a great opportunity and plenty of upside for any companies out there, who are listening to this, who want to be able to come up with a marketing channel solution that is actionable, it's interactive, right? It drives results and people to the front door. Yes. It's a great way, isn't it, to get it done this way?
Yes, you're
people
right,
walking around.
Yes.
That's fantastic. To the next one. Okay, digital signage evolution is the next slide. So there's quite a lot of stuff here. Walk us through the key points, those nuggets of information.
Okay, so basically, in this page, what we would like to, in a few years, okay, more and more intelligence will be embedded into those systems. So for example, like probably 10 years ago, we will see a lot of digitized posters. Okay, the content themselves, they are digitized, but in terms of the form factor, it is still not digitized. Okay, and about like 6 or 7 ago, we will see some standalone digital signage players.
Right.
But they are not hooked up to the network. Yeah, meaning they are not able to do some dynamic content update or centralized management. Not even to mention some interactive features.
Now I see something here: scheduled power on and off. Are you saying that the operator can remotely switch it off, say when the shops are closed or the shopping center is closed?
Yes.
That's fantastic, because usually they have to rely on the building management to do this, right?
Right.
And there's a lot of human labor. So to me, from a perspective of OPEX, is that the word? Right?
Yeah, that's OPEX.
That's OPEX reduction, because you don't have that human element, which can be expensive. So they can just dial in and turn it off. Yeah. And they can turn it on as well.
Right. And actually, they can set up to turn on the machine automatically. Right. So later, I will also introduce you a new technology called Intel Active Management Technology. Right. Will be able to do it automatically for you.
Oh, very interesting. And you're also going to talk to us about audience measurement, right?
Yes.
Which I believe, by the way, to all the participants out there, we're going to be providing a free software download. Is that right?
Yeah, Intel will be able to provide you a 45-day free trial.
45 days. That's excellent. That's plenty of time to test it out. So just to clarify, if you stick with us to the end of the webinar, on the thank you page, you'll be able to see when the webinar is over later on, not yet. You'll be able to have a download link, okay, that you can then click on and give you then access to the software that you can then run, I guess, on your PC. Is that how it works? And then it kind of remote dials into the signage itself. Am I right?
Yes.
Fantastic. So for those of you guys who are already operating digital signage, the software is there for you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's now move on to the next one.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Market requirements. You've got 3 kinds of cores there, right?
Yes.
You've got Atom, which you all know about, the cores and the i5s and the i7s. All very interesting. But I think for the audience, Jeff, and from my perspective, and this is a learning experience for me as well, what are the key differences, really?
Okay.
Yeah, between the different chips.
Yeah, so basically for this Atom platform, it is our latest low power platform. Okay, so what we can do in terms of signage players, it will be able to play only a single player for content, or and a single source video or advertisement content on the screen. Okay, right. So but because it is low power, we also provide a very good video processing power with it. So it will be able to run a lot of signage content such as MPEG file, Flash file, as RST, all kinds of advertisement contents.
Okay, wow, great. talk to us then about mainstream. What does that add as a delta to the basic?
Okay, so with this mainstream, platforms such as our Core i5 and Core i3 platform,
right?
Okay, the customers will be able to add more value-added, features on their platform,
right?
Yeah, such as interactive, for example, the gesture control,
right?
The audience impression measurement software,
right?
Yeah, and also they can, render different media contents at the same time. For example, they can play back MP2 file as well as jet flash file at the same time.
Okay, so I imagine there that you can have screens playing multiple boxes, each streaming different kinds of multimedia content.
Right.
Oh, that's great. So what about the high-end stuff? What does that do at Delta?
Okay, so for high-end stuff, what it can do is it will be able to support multiple displays. For example, 2 displays or even 4 displays with the external graphic card. Okay, and also on top of that, for this audience measurement software, what it can do, what additional feature it can offer is it will be able to give you the report in real time.
Wow, that's great. And what do you call that report again? That audience measurement report? Is that like a name?
Okay. And also later I will introduce you a Intel software package which is called AIN. Audience Impression Measurement Suite. Audience
Impression Measurement Suite.
Right.
Interesting. So to me, like I've been in shopping centers where they have multiple screens and they're showing kind of the same image but over multiple screens, so you get that panoramic view.
Yeah.
So potentially a high-end device like an iCore 7 chipset could actually run multiple displays and allow the advertiser and the merchant to actually showcase either multiple products, right?
Yeah.
Or to have one single screen, one single image, but spread on multiple screens.
Yes, that's right.
That's very interesting. So for perhaps a little bit more investment, it can actually be many times benefit. I mean, that's what to me it sounds like.
Right.
Okay, great.
And also, I just would like to highlight, because this is all based on Intel architecture.
Right.
So customers will be able to utilize the same software package on top of those, different Intel platforms, from the entry one to the high-end ones.
Okay. So without going too technical, because really today is more about looking at the possibilities.
Okay.
Is it a good time to talk about OSs and virtualization or something like that?
Yes.
And tell us more about that.
Yeah. So actually, for our core platform, for example, the Core i3, i5, and i7, they all support virtualization technology. Yeah, meaning you will be able to run multiple operating systems on the platform.
Right.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and the benefit of that is, you can make one operating system as active, the other one as standby. So if there's something wrong with the active operating system, okay, the standby one can, just, come alive to make sure, the impact to your system is minimized.
That's interesting. So I would imagine that the real benefit is that if you have some type of application that runs on Windows, and that works really well here, and then you have another application that works on another operating system, like say Linux. So this digital signage could run all the applications that are compatible with different operating systems.
Right.
So there's virtually no limits as to what it could do.
Right.
That's great. That's great news. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, here we're going to talk about the value proposition, really. We're going to talk about return on investment, my favorite keywords like ROI, TCO, total cost of ownership. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
We touched a little bit on CAPEX, OPEX. Well, we'll talk about CAPEX. Tell me more about this. Where are your views on the benefits of Intel solutions?
Okay, so in terms of this lower total cost of ownership, because for Intel platform, we provide quite a powerful platform to our customers.
Right.
Yeah, with some technology. For example, the one on the right hand side is so-called remote management technology, and with this Intel active management technology, customers will be able to fix. Okay, for example, if they see a blue screen on their signage player, probably they need to send someone there to fix it, right? But with this active management technology, they will be able to see the screen from the remote side.
Right.
And they can try to restart the machine to make it back to life again.
Wow. So really, it could be like a BIOS problem, maybe, or whatever the case. And usually, you have to go down to your technicians, open the back end and start to deal with. And you're saying to me that they could do all of this remotely?
Yes.
Did I hear you right?
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
That's amazing. Because it really, it's something that we've all experienced, haven't we? The blue screen of death, right? When a PC fails to do what it's supposed to. It's great to see that you guys have really addressed one of the biggest issues when you, I mean, if you're running a few machines, that's fine. If you're running a few hundred, it's a problem, right? A few thousand, that is impossible.
Yes.
But here, you could do this remotely. TCO goes down. That's just amazing. And of course, you mentioned the anonymous video analytics. Are you going to talk to us about that here, or potentially down the track?
Down the track.
Down the track.
There are a couple of videos later to talk about this topic.
All right, let's move on to the next one then. Oh, here we go. We can start to talk about the anonymous video analytics, or AVA.
Yes.
So here, let me just understand what I'm seeing right in front of me. So the signage has a camera, from what I gather,
right? And
the camera is actually looking at not really who people are, but really looking at what are these people watching.
Yes,
is that right?
That's
on the screen.
On the screen.
So it's completely anonymous. There's no private. It's completely designed to help deliver richer content, a better. That's fantastic. Tell us more about exactly what is it.
Okay, sure. Because for the merchant or for the advertiser, they like to find a way, right, to calculate their ROI for their advertisement, right? And that's why they want to find a way to see if the audience, they are interested in their content. So how do they do that?
Right.
According to the market research, if a customer look at the content for more than 15 seconds, they will show this customer is really interested in this content.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why we come out with a software which is able to tell, to collect some information, to tell if the customer, they are interested in this content or not.
Got it.
And more than that is actually our software is able to tell if the audience is male or female, and even their age.
Right. No, that's really interesting, because you know what, to me, Jeff, it looks like a sales assistant to me is like I'm walking in the store and they see I'm looking at a particular product, right? And it means I'm interested.
Yes.
So what this signage is doing is really kind of virtualizing the sales process to some extent in terms of the prospect.
Yes.
So when that consumer walks into the store, right, they're already highly motivated to engage in a more meaningful way, I guess.
Yes.
To say to the sales, what is this all about, right?
Right. You're perfectly right.
Now, that's fantastic. So it tells a couple of things here. It tells roughly the age, and you can judge that a bit, I guess, by height and other things like that. Look at the attention, look at the gender. Obviously, can serve them content that's relevant.
Yes.
So perhaps like makeup for the women and kind of, I don't know, baseball caps for men or something like that.
Correct.
So again, the merchant can really be as creative as they want to be. There is no store; they've already engaged. Yeah. This is fantastic.
Okay.
All right.
That's right.
All right. Let's look at the next slide then.
Okay.
Okay. Here we're going to look at I guess the AIM face detection in a little bit more detail.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to show the full slide effect, just to be mindful of the slight time lag with this webcast. So you've got two viewers are being detected. They're analyzing their male, the age bracket, and so on and so forth. Walk us through a little bit more.
Okay.
Through the information being collected.
Okay. So actually, with this Intel AIM suite software, okay, the system, it will be able to tell if the audience is male or female.
Right.
Okay. And if their system is powerful enough, for example, if they use our Core i5 or Core i7 system, they will even be able to deliver the right content to the right audience at the right time. Right. For example, if there's like two women standing in front of this device, they'll be able to play, some cosmetic, advertisement.
Yeah.
And if, for example, there are, some young kids standing in front of this device.
Right.
You'll be able to play some, advertisement about like, toys or some other stuff.
Right. This is really amazing. So it's actually, to me, the interactivity and the dynamic, intelligent serving of relevant data is data or information or marketing messaging. Really, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Sounds to me that it is a great way to always achieve that live interactiveness, if I can use that word. So in this case, again, it's detecting how long people are looking. It knows that it's likely to be responding to something.
Yeah.
And I guess if they're looking at multiple objects on the screen, it might even detect which of those objects, the left or the right object that people are watching, and potentially on an i7 platform, serve content that's even more customized.
Yes.
Yeah, there's really no limits to this, right?
Right, you are right.
It's really like having a sales assistant saying, I can see you're interested in the red card and not the black card, and start talking more about the red card.
Right.
That's fantastic.
And So and actually, this software will be able to deliver or let's say come out with some raw data for the marketing people.
Okay, raw data? Tell me more. Is this the trial version that we talked about initially?
Yes, the trial version can deliver the raw data.
Great. Let's look at the next slide then. Right. So this is the famous ARM analytics, visually rendered for us.
Right.
I think the raw data is kind of going to help the marketeer to better understand which product people are interested in.
Yes.
Okay. Walk us through this.
Okay. So actually, our system, the software itself, will be able to come out, to deliver the raw data to either to the back-end server system,
right?
Or if their system is powerful enough, they'll be able to calculate the raw data and come out with a report like this. So the merchant or the advertiser, they'll be able to know how many people they are looking at their product. Okay, and they'll be able to know which product is most famous among the product or the goods they present to their customers.
That's really interesting. You see, this analytics software, I imagine there's a lot of work that went into its development, I'm pretty sure. And obviously, it's meant to work with an integrated solution, with a system integrator building their signage in conjunction with Intel, in close collaboration, as we say, collaborate with Intel. That's the message we've been saying out to the audience for the last few months. And in this case, there's a trial, right? 45 this software, and if you think it's driving value for you guys, then you can talk to your Intel friendly Intel representative, who will then kind of explain a little bit more as to how that works on a kind of a permanent use.
Right.
Yeah. Great. And that's fantastic. So I can see here that is that coffee. It's probably like just after lunch. Everybody's going for the coffee. So that's kind of shooting up. Is that right?
Yeah, right.
Interesting. The next one, we're going to have a bit of a deeper dive into the actual report itself.
Yeah. Right.
So in a moment on your screen, you're going to see a couple of bar charts. And you can see the age brackets. We're going to look at the gender dispersion. We're going to age brackets. Tell us more about that.
Okay, so actually this is those are some sample reports that we come out with the raw data. Right. So for example, for the chart at the left-hand side, you will be able to know probably for example, your advertisement is targeting at people from say 30 to 40. Yeah, then you found out the blue color one, at the bottom, it indicates people at the age of 10 to 20.
Yep.
And the brown one is 20 to 30. Green one is 30 to 40. And purple or the red one is for people at the age of above 40. Okay. Yep. So here you will be able to identify the people at which age they are most interested in this product.
Right. So again, it's from a merchandising perspective, from identical sales assistant, literally working 24/7.
Right.
In some cases.
Yes.
And I think the analytics software, really adds a tremendous value to the fact that this signage is not just, has this dynamic analytics.
Yes.
The ability to serve customized content and to be able to give, CMOs and CIOs and CTOs alike. A real clear insight as to how the company is going, what products people are loving and what is not. And from a product launch perspective, I cannot think of anything better than this.
Oh, that's
so
good.
No, it's true. I can see this as a marketing professional myself, that it is a great asset to have, because you can gauge people's opinion without going up to them and say, what do you think about my product?
Yeah.
Because some people don't want to tell you whether they love it or they don't love it.
Yeah.
Right? This is a great way to do this. So I think that the signage is a great asset, the full solution, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a full solution.
Right. Let's look at the next one. Here we're going to look at the standardization in DS, and definitely, and for the audience, you're very proactive in asking us questions. Thank you. I'd love for you guys to keep on asking questions, because it's the only way that we know that we're hitting the right hotspots when it comes to signage. And absolutely, Intel has the brains that power the display units. That's what we offer. But beyond that, and within this set of capabilities, are the web OS interface, the operating system interface, is what I mean, and the analytics that come on top of this.
Yes.
So Microsoft, a longtime partner of Intel.
Yes.
You guys got a strategic relationship.
Right.
Tell us more about this. How does that work?
Yeah. So actually, we understand for signage, digital signage ODM or OEM. or even the system integrator, it might be a little bit difficult for them to implement a digital signage system from scratch.
Right.
Yeah, because there's no standard for signage at this moment.
Uh-huh.
So we started from 3 years ago, and we work with our partner Microsoft and also some OEM kit mentioned here.
Right.
Okay.
Can they get that kit?
Yeah, they can get that kit
on the website.
Yes. And later we have a link where you will be able to find all this information from our digital signage link.
Okay, great. So I'll tell you what, to the audience, don't worry about it, because we will be following up with everybody who has registered and attended to give them access to all the hyperlinks and make it really easy for you guys to be able to access the PDF version of this presentation, be able to get the links. Jeff, what do you think?
Yeah.
Make it easy for participants, because I know they're keen to find out more.
Okay.
So again, it's not just Windows, it's actually all OSs via virtualization platform, correct?
Yes.
So whether it be Linux or any other platform, doesn't matter. It'll all run on it.
Right.
And I think that's really the key here.
Right.
Okay, great. We're going to look at the open pluggable specifications, right? Tell us more about that. I'm really curious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a new project that Intel is working on with our partners. So basically, for current signage implementation, it's a two-box solution, meaning you need a signage player together with a panel, right? But for the system integrators, sometimes it is difficult for them to implement a big signage player with two-box solutions. And that's why we come out with this so-called open pluggable specification. So basically what it does is it will be able to provide you a standardized digital signage module. And you can just slot in this module into a big OPS, open pluggable specific panel to make it an all-in-one digital signage solution.
Got it. So from my perspective here, I've actually fit any signage platform because of the OPS. Of all the digital signage have this OPS platform, so it's kind of a standard size, and you guys fit within that standard size. That's all it is.
Yes.
And the key difference here is that you cater for both fan and fanless modules.
Yes.
And we talked about OPEX before, and obviously fanless basically means lower cost of operation, right?
Right.
And obviously it's more durable, it's easier to maintain, et cetera.
Correct.
So it's really a comprehensive solution from what I see here. There's really you guys have not you have not overlooked anything. Everything is being looked after. Sorry, it's just I'll leave my words. All right, let's move on to the next one. So here, tell us more about the installation and usage key benefits from an OPEX perspective.
Yes. So actually, we've talked to some signage, digital signage system integrators, and actually they care about OPEX a lot. Yeah, especially in ESMO and EMEA, where the labor cost is quite high, right? So they would like to find an easy way in terms of installation and sometimes to upgrade their module.
Right. So let's go to the key points. So the OPEX impact is difficulty to upgrade. So you guys have fixed that now. You want to simplify all of that. Not too many cablings, because cabling could be like technically challenging. And it's seamlessly integrated.
Yes.
I think there's a wealth of information right here. Naturally, the Intel Outbound Sales Center will be more than happy to walk you guys through the detailed benefits that we're looking at right here, which we can't really cover in this webinar. We'd very much love to. But I think for those of you who are proactive, just get on the phone, talk to your friendly Intel representative, and let's start the conversation, right? And for those of you who have opted in, no doubt you're going to be contacted from time to time, so you can then ask them the questions that you have in mind. Let's look at the next one. Okay, this one is quite a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
So just maybe in a few words, just walk us through some of the key benefits.
Yeah. So this, those are just the reference designs that we prepare for our partners. So every year we will use a platform to come out with a digital signage reference design, and we will put all the related collaterals, the design files, as well as some case study white paper on our website. So, for people who are interested to implement, a signage plate with Intel platform, they can go to our website, get a design file, and they will be able to design a signage plate just like that.
Wow, that's just really interesting. So you're really catering to various, devices, and that's really the key that I see there. And it's a single Intel architecture.
Yes.
So there's none of the complications that previously were there. Okay, fantastic. So we are nearing the end of our presentation. So for those of you guys who are bearing with us, not to worry. We only got 1 or 2 slides to go, not too many. And we just want to talk quickly here about where you're going to find more resource. So in this case, we're looking at the the website, the Intel embedded website, and you've got all that information. Naturally, we're going to be communicating with you with hyperlinks, so you don't need to worry about trying to type this in there because we're going to give this to you. So this is really the key point, Jeff. There's not much to say other than we'll communicate with us, we'll give you meaningful feedback in terms of where we're heading and keep you in the loop. So the website that you registered here is going to be a resource again that you can come back to because we're going to update the content. Now that we've completed the webinar, we're going to put the hyperlinks, and again, we're going to email it to you if you'd like. So again, there's not much to say other than we're going to keep communicating with you. Is that right, Jeff?
Yeah, that's right.
Signage is not just about putting images on a screen. Today, Intel has a capability to help marketeers and SI companies to actually use the interactive, the dynamic, intelligent way of serving customized content to the end consumer.
Yes.
And therefore, the merchant, the marketeer, can interact in a much more meaningful way.
Right.
All right. And to pick up valuable market data, valuable market intelligence, right, so that they can sell more of their products.
Right.
Yeah. Is that right, Jeff?
Yes, that's right.
And the key, right? The key here is the analytics as well.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope we've addressed this question that one of our participants has asked before. Jeff, anything else you want to add to this?
No, I think that'll be all. And just would like to let you know that for Intel, we do not only provide the hardware for our partners, we also provide the software solutions for them as well.
Right, right. So like the video analytics,
right,
and
also
the visualization,
right, and also the active management technology.
That's right. That's right. That one is a really important one, isn't it?
Right.
And this could be potentially even you could be doing this from a PDA of source, like a smartphone. You could even, if you have web access or something like that down the track,
That's
right. Yeah, something that could be done.
Yep.
No, that is fantastic. All right then, as we've come to the end of this webinar, and we are just want to share with you some pictures. You can see here, Jeff, right in the middle, top middle picture is you're going to show the audience what you look like. Just bear with us. As you can see, yep, here it is on the screen. You're giving away some kind of gift, I suppose. Yeah. What's up there?
Actually, we had an embedded event, so-called IEDS, Intel Embedded Developer Summit last week.
Yeah.
And those are, some signage and retail interactive demos that we showcase.
Okay.
Yeah. So for the one at the right-hand side,
you
can see it's Intel NCAP digital signage POC. So it is quite interactive.
In the middle picture or the left-hand side?
The left-hand side.
Yeah, I can see that. Yep.
Yeah.
Multiple screens.
And people that can use their hands to control this signage device.
Right, right. So this would be like an i7 probably.
Yes, multiple screens. i7. Right, right.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Oh, I can see Wonder Woman was there. That's great. See superheroes attending, the retail example. That's fantastic. So there's a lot more, and I guess we will be posting this somewhere on Facebook, I imagine.
Yes.
The Intel corporate Facebook. Maybe it's a good place to share those images.
Yeah, right.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right, right. Fantastic. So, guys, we sadly say goodbye for now. We hope to continue this series in the future as we continue to our conversation. We invite you guys to collaborate with us collaborate with Intel, because we are here to help you guys do your job and do it better, I guess, with the help of the friendly Intel representatives and the team at the OSC Center. I'd like to thank Jeff Chang for speaking today and sharing these nuggets of information. I know he stayed up late a couple of nights to get this going. Thanks, Eric, for organizing the team there, Eric Wong. And on behalf of Digital Marketing ROI and Intel, thank you all for attending. We'll be in touch via email. We invite you, as Eric pointed out, to fill in the feedback form and the survey so that we can do even better webinars in the future that showcases the Intel's capabilities. Thank you all.